China has been kind of bullying us around. The problem is it's technically not the right time for the egg community because we're in a slump. The egg economy is so hurt right now that any bad news, it just keeps sinking it further.
It's planting season. But John Worth has little to do but drive a road drag to flatten and dry the puddles.
That's life, I guess, as we all say. Things change.
Yeah.
John and his father Bob Worth have 2,000 acres of farmland split between soybeans and corn. But because of the wet weather, they have only been able to plant about 10% of their crops so far.
Normally, we've been sitting in here just dreaming of putting the seeds in the ground and watching them grow and watch it become a bountiful harvest. And now this year we know we're not going to have a bountiful harvest, probably not even have a harvest.
It's a tough year for Lake Benton, a farming town of 683 people in southern Minnesota. Hit by a double punch of heavy rain and the trade war with China, farmers like John and Bob are preparing for the worst.
We've had a few farmers have to give up and retire, sell out and start another occupation. It's really tough on farmers that do that, especially if it is in your family for many years. Farmers are unique people. We like to keep everything to ourselves, and sometimes, it takes their life. I've known 3 farmers that have committed suicide.
The prospect is grim this year for major U.S. farming states like Iowa, Illinois, and Minnesota. A planting season delayed by heavy rainfall means they may not have a good harvest to sell into next year. And the stress is multiplied by a plunge in prices caused by previous overproduction and escalating trade war between China and the US. China buys about a third of the world's soy, mostly to feed livestock and make cooking oil. In 2017, 60% of US soybean exports, about 32 million metric tons, went to China. But a tit-for-tat trade war has put a 25% tariff on American goods, grinding the US-China soybean trade to a virtual halt. In Lake Benton, farmers are feeling the brunt. But despite the difficult conditions, many are willing to take the short-term pain to support President Donald Trump.
All the companies that went over there from the United States, they lose all their property rights when they go into China. That's not right. We want to trade, but if that's the way it's got to be for a while till we get things straightened out.
I do see that as a bit of a chess game, but I also know in big business, which is what we're talking about here, it's a slow-moving vehicle. And so I think we have to sit back and be patient with it.
Because China was doing a lot of illegal technology kind of copywriting, stealing things, and in the end it comes down to are we doing the right things for the right reasons with our trade talks with China? And if we are, then people are willing to endure some short-term pain.
Back on Bob Worth's farm, the rain has stopped for the day. But the puddles will take weeks to dry out.
The corn should be up in 7 days. And I don't know if we can even find a single plant that's up. This is really scary. We're trying to raise a crop and feed the world. Tariffs couldn't come at a worse time for us. Do I think the trade talks need to happen? Yes, I fully agree, because there was an imbalanced trade. But I just get pretty frustrated that agriculture is always part of it. Well, I'm just looking to see if I can find a seedling. I love putting a seed in the ground. I love watching it grow. Hey, here we go. That is a seedling of corn. It's just getting ready to spike through. I think it's my 49th planting season. I started farming with my father. I farmed with him until 1981. After this year with the tough agricultural economy, I hope we don't lose any of our businesses. I'm hoping that I can pass it on to John, that he can just continue to farm.